This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Jay Bird, if you would, give us a positive thought here today to anybody who might be struggling through life, my friend.
Okay, I'm not sure if it's positive, but it's something you can think about. How about that?
Okay, that'll work for me.
Sometimes we create our own heartbreaks through expectation.
Lower your expectations and your standards.
So,
I wasn't trying to be negative.
just deal with whatever crap people want to throw at you and just take it because you're
yeah.
not worth a lot anyway.
I don't know, it's Monday. I'm a little rusty with my thoughts as well.
Lower the bar, everybody. Lower the bar.
Dunkin' is the official coffee of the KVJ Show. America runs on Dunkin'. The KVJ Show is now live on 97.9 WRMF.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. Yo, don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Good morning. Welcome to the KVJ Show. How are y'all doing today? Yeah. Here we go.
Hey.
Ooh, boy, I gotta tell y'all, it is cold out there, huh?
In the 40s?
Yeah, it was like 45 when I left my crib.
Dang.
I'm wearing jeans today because my pajamas have a hole in the butt.
They
What'd you
huh?
do?
That was intentional. He cut it out himself.
Or too many burritos?
All of my pajamas are so ratty now.
What is going on that your rear end is so stressed?
A lot.
How you know you need to change your diet? You blow out the butt of your pants.
They were my Cadillac pajamas too, my Mountain Dew ones.
Oh,
I
man.
have had them since 2007.
Yeah, those things had a good run. I
They
mean,
did.
they're no fresh item.
No, I got to revamp my whole style, pajamas included.
Gosh.
Magnolia did that. She and all of her friends went and got pajama bottoms, and on Black Friday they all went shopping in pajamas.
Yeah, it's a young person's game.
It was cute.
Yeah.
But they're 14. You're a grown-ass man.
I love pajamas. I don't wear them as much as I used to, though.
You don't? Okay.
Not
You're
to-
growing up?
Well, not to work.
Are you growing
Well,
up?
not to work anyway.
Don't grow up.
I was so sick of people mistaking me for not working in the building. Like, I get this guy out of here.
There's a vagrant in the lobby.
It is a problem when you're escorted from work daily.
It gets tiring.
Yeah. It's a lot of effort. A lot of to do. Yeah, so just kind of a little bit of a note to yourself and a little bit of a warning before you head outside. I had to do that. You ever do that double check where you walk out the front door, you're like, I think I'm going to go back and readdress the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I was up last night, though. I knew it was getting chilly.
Yes, Virginia.
It was windy.
Yes, it was very windy.
Well,
Yes.
you're the closest weather person we have on the show. You really are. You give us our
I
hurricane
told you
updates.
there was a cold front coming. I didn't realize it was going to be this cold. Mm-hmm. This is real cold.
Virginia was out in the elements last night. She apparently had a little family emergency, so running off again to MD now. As she often
Rocco
does.
was jumping on the bed with his little friends, and he was having a great time. That's his new thing now. He invites kids over, and he's put up Christmas lights in his bedroom, and he
Oh,
said,
that's a great idea.
come to the party in my room. And he just puts on music, and they jump on the bed.
Yeah.
Well, somehow he fell off the bed onto his head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know that move.
And one of the kids, one of his little friends, I'm in the kitchen downstairs. The kid yells, emergency, emergency. And I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good.
boy.
So I go to run upstairs and I meet Rocco on the stairs. And it's kind of dimly lit. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, does he have face paint all over him? What is going on? It was blood. So
Oh,
he
geez.
fell on his head and
Yeah.
he cut open the top of his head. But he had been touching it and then rubbing his face. And it looked like a scene out of Carrie. There was
Oh, wow.
so much blood. So I'm trying to figure out, where the wound is, how big it is. I take him in the bathroom and trying to hose all the blood off of his head. I can't even figure out how big the wound is because there's so much
Yeah.
blood.
When it comes to the head injury, you could even nick the scalp, and a lot of blood's going to come
Yeah,
out.
remember when I did that upside down headstand and I cracked down and my ball cavity? I was bleeding all over the place.
It looked worse than what it was. It
Yeah.
can do that.
The head does. It bleeds a lot. So we wanted to be safe. We took him to MD Now, and they cleaned it all up and looked at it, and it turned out to be, just 2 small lacerations, but they were bleeding big time.
Yeah.
I got stitches in my head 4 different times from the age 4 to 9. I had them all over. I had stitches all the time. The most in one round, 17.
They were telling me they don't do stitches anymore in the head. They do staples.
Oh.
So if Rocco was going to have to get put back
So you
together.
can do that at your house. I've got a stapler.
I think it's the same thing.
Okay.
That fell on my head so many times.
Stitches Pennington.
Well, and the doctor was telling me too at MD Now, they said every time you fall on your head, you get concussed. So sometimes it's bad and sometimes it's not so bad, but every time you get a concussion and every time, if you've got the health insurance, you might as well go get an MRI the next day because there could be internal bleeding under the skull or scalp or whatever, and that could be causing an issue that you can't even see.
Explains a lot, at least in my case.
Yes, it does.
It really does.
You definitely have a...
Concussed.
You're concussed. You definitely got a brain bleed.
Without a doubt.
You've been
without a doubt.
concussed out.
I think I have been.
Yes. So he's okay today?
He's okay today.
Okay.
We don't want him to go to school, but he wants to go to school so he can show everybody his injuries.
Oh, yeah.
I get it.
He'll dig it.
He's a peacocker by nature.
It's Rocco. He's a tough kid. He's got the name, He's got to be like, yeah, my head bleeds. I'm Rocco. Well, if you'd like to dial us up, we are on KVJ TV this morning. Just go to YouTube, punch in the KVJ Show, and we're right there.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in a second, there was a lot of revealing again on one of those Red Table Talk shows. That she really brings it on this show. I'm so impressed. Coming up in a second, I'll tell you about the latest details on Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith. She had on T.I. and Tiny. And yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Crazy stuff.
All right.
Before we get into that, though, are you digging Garth Brooks music? I guess some old Garth Brooks music has now resurfaced.
This is Garth before Garth was Garth.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Him and Billy Joel are really good friends.
Oh, they are. I know he's a
And-
big fan of his.
Yeah, big fan. They got to play together. I thought he sounded great.
Sure. Yeah, you can see why he's Country Music Entertainer of the Year and a legend.
Celine Dion's new album is not doing that great. Courage is the name of it, and they're now saying it suffered the biggest chart fall in history for an album that debuted at #1 and then fell out of the top 100 after only selling 3,400 copies in the second week.
Okay, so how many copies did she sell to even get that #1 spot?
So 113,000 copies in the first week. So that's huge. You come out the gate and you're #1, but then in the second week, only 3,400.
Yeah. Well, I think what's different from her in the 90s when she was first coming out, she was getting radio play.
Yes,
And
big difference.
Video play as well.
Yeah, I just don't know where her music really fits in right now.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Dang, that's heavy.
Well, I mean, the radio stations wouldn't allow it, I don't
I
think.
think you're right. Yesterday, there was a episode of Red Table Talk that came out where T.I. and Tiny talked about all of the ups and downs to their nearly 10-year marriage. They talked about the fact that they, filed for divorce twice. They talked about when he went to prison, what happened to their relationship there. They talked about, what happened in their marriage, what he did, what she did, lots of details and blame and tears. And yeah, it sounds like a really good episode. Once again, Jada Pinkett Smith bringing it. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
So I was telling y'all how I went to New Jersey and I met my little niece Lulu, who's 7 for the first time, and I just fell in love with her. and it just blows her mind. Now, the radio doesn't really impress her, but the fact that we have a YouTube channel, she cannot believe it. She's always on our YouTube channel watching it now. She wants to know all about Virginia and if you're really a witch and what's it like to work with a real life witch. And I was telling her how, when I was up in Jersey, I was blogging everything or vlogging everything, videotaping everything, and I was editing it, and it was the lamest blog. It was so boring and awful. So I'm like, I can't release this. No one's going to want to watch it. And not to mention, the first half of the blog, something got on my thumb, and it was on the screen. So it looks like there's this butter filter on all of half of the footage. So
they call that the Diane Sawyer filter. They got it looking real Vaseline on the lens.
It looks so Vaseline. So she keeps asking, when am I going to be on the KVJ YouTube? When am I going to be on the KVJ YouTube page? I do have a little bit of video of when I first meet her, but the video would basically just be me meeting my niece. Are you guys cool with me uploading that to our KVJ YouTube page, even though it's just me meeting my niece? Only because she really wants it, and I promise her it's going to be on the channel.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to be that good of a video.
No, I think it's cute.
I don't know if it's going to move any numbers.
So what? Not everything has to move numbers. If you can make your niece happy and make her day by doing this, I think that's a beautiful gift.
I agree. I know we want to get good numbers on our YouTube page.
I think it would get good numbers, actually, because I think people would be intrigued to see what your niece looks like.
She's adorable. She loves to freestyle rap.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Really?
We had a great time. I just know the blog fell a little short with other content.
Okay.
It just, the first 2 days I was by myself in Jersey. I'm filming myself. My thumb is, covering the lens half of the time.
It's hard to make it happen in Jersey, man.
It was really hard to make it. And I was telling Virginia, when I went to that one motel that had the meth in it,
yeah,
I went across the street to a Denny's. It was the quickest place I could eat. And I'm not kidding. I had food poisoning.
You should never stay at a place across from Denny's. Okay, that was your first problem.
I know. I had no idea what I was.
I don't know. Sounds convenient if you want good food.
It wasn't good food,
But
though.
it was a motel.
I had to walk across the street. I ate the grossest grilled cheese, and it basically instantly got me sick. And I'm like, I got to get out of here, because the Denny's in there was so depressing because the waitress was so mean. And then as I'm leaving, she's hugging another waitress, and she's crying hard. I'm like, I was trying to pay my bills. She's like, oh, okay, just leave your car right there, honey. It was weird, man.
Oh, my God.
What a trip, huh?
That's a little much for a grilled cheese.
It was a little much, and then it got me sick. So the first 48 hours in Jersey wasn't very entertaining for the vlog.
How was the last 48 hours?
I can at least spend time with my family on that. So that was at least
It got better.
It got better, yes.
Okay.
All right, so I'll upload that then.
Yeah, I think you should.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
So I've got a little bit of a dilemma. Where I live, right in front of me, there's a older guy, and I would say he's probably in his 80s. I mean, he is definitely up there, but he loves to do yard work. And so he's always in his yard. I mean, kind of excessive if you ask me. I mean, really, the yard should look great at this point, but it doesn't. He's always doing yard work, and he's got this little adorable dog, and he and the dog are always out there together, and it's cute. But I put up these inflatables in my front yard. I've got a Santa, I've got a Mickey Mouse, and I've got an inflatable panda. They're all Christmas inflatables. And this little dog is going nuts now. The inflatables are literally driving him berserk. And I've noticed it ever since I put them up. Like, the old man can't have his dog in the yard anymore when he's gardening, because the dog runs over and tries to attack the inflatables, but he's not brave enough to actually attack them. He just stands 5 feet away from them and barks at them.
Okay.
But then the old guy has to come over and collect the dog.
It's a thing.
It's a whole thing. And I can tell it's ruining his day, these inflatables. Should I feel bad? I felt so bad yesterday that I actually unplugged them. And so I let them deflate and just let them be deflated in the yard for a few hours. But then I was like, well, I like my inflatables. What should I do?
Neighborhood guilt. You're going to show up on one of those newsletter thingies.
On Nextdoor.
Yeah.
I don't think you could be mad at me for having inflatables. It's not my fault that your dog's dumb and thinks they're real.
It's like when we had that one caller, her daughter couldn't go outside because of Halloween because the neighbors had all those spooky, decorations.
But that was horrific. Mine is a peaceful Mickey Mouse, Santa, and Panda.
You're doing nothing wrong, unfortunately. I feel bad for the dog, but you're doing nothing wrong.
Yeah, somebody had sent me, people were really getting into the whole Nextdoor thing that's going on now. That's that neighborhood page.
Nextdoor is blowing up, y'all. It's the new Twitter.
And somebody had sent me some, some of the viral ones that, now people are collecting them and then, they're going out there and everybody's taking a look at them. One of them was from this person who posted on our Nextdoor page. She was trying to get all of her neighbors to agree to turn off their Christmas lights at 7 p.m. because the bright lights were affecting her dog. And so she's like, could we not put a curfew? But I mean, at 7 p.m., your light's going to be on for like an hour?
That's real early.
That's really early.
She's like, my dog can't get to sleep. And people are like, how does your dog get to sleep? I mean, the dog sleeps all day anyway.
Can't you get some blinds?
Yeah.
Or get your dog one of those sleep
and if
sleep
you have
masks.
a dog, my dog could sleep. It doesn't matter. My dog, I don't know how my dog sleeps. It's out there in the sun and it's sleeping.
Oh, Chewy sleeps like a teenager. I mean, just goes out. Once Chewy is out, forget about it.
Yeah, so I've never seen a dog that can't sleep when there's lights on. So but anyway, that's all the stuff that's kind of going crazy that is out there. What I got on my mind here today. Apparently, a lot of people stop working out after the age of 41. So, Jay-Bird, you're good. Forget about it.
Yeah, I think once you hit 40, you realize it's all over.
You're normal.
Yes.
Rock that dad bod.
I'm just kidding. I don't think it's all over once you hit 40.
They did a survey of over 2,000 adults, and they found that on average, the age when most people felt too old to work out regularly was 41 years old.
Is that because people just get to the point, they go, you know what? I am what I am. Life is short.
I saw something yesterday, and it was, at what age do you start feeling like back pain, joint pain, things like that? And some of that started to happen in your early to mid 40s as well. So,
and then it gets aggravated by working. Like, I used to love to run, but now when I go to run, it hurts.
Yes.
And I don't know if I should be running anymore.
Well, after you hit 40, it's a lot easier to come up with excuses why you shouldn't be working out, because you're like going, it kind of hurts. I'm probably just going to aggravate something. And
well, it's a twisted situation because I feel like I'm too fat to run, but yet I'm fat because I'm not running.
yeah,
I know that circle. I know that vicious cycle.
Yeah, it is kind of a tough mix.
If I run, I'm going to put too much strain on my ankles and my knees because my ass is too big. But it's too big because I'm not running.
And then you kind of sitting around your house around 6:30 p.m. and going, you know what? I'm real hungry and I can't run anyway. And I'm in my 40s.
And I've got all these Thanksgiving leftovers. I mean, sweet potato pie is not going to be good tomorrow.
Yeah, it's true.
Everything hurts. My knees and my heart. Let me just go ahead and eat a pizza.
Yeah, they say 6 in 10 Americans, 60% said at the beginning of 2019 that this would be the year they finally got in shape. But 2 out of those 5, or 40%, now admit they're like, maybe not because I'm too old.
All I keep doing with every terrible meal that I eat, all right, Bird, 2020, you're gonna get after this. 2020, you're gonna.
We hear your song and dance daily.
That's what happens, though.
In fact, we could do a replay probably starting in about 2005.
Yeah, you don't have to tell us what you say. We hear it.
Yes.
But I sometimes get in the zone. I'm not always so portly.
The pizza zone.
Other reasons why people are not working out, if you need more excuses and your age isn't enough, 42% say they don't have enough time to work out. And that, for a lot of people is true. We have more work that we have to do with our jobs. You have kids, you're running around.
That's an excuse, though. There's always a way to break off 20 mins.
Yeah. The survey also asked people about their most common excuses for skipping a workout. 25% said they use the stay too late at work. 36% said they usually just have too much work to do, and the most common excuse was being too tired. 56% of people said that was it.
Can you please put this down in your calendar?
What?
Jaybird must cancel his gym membership. I keep forgetting to do it. I don't ever go. What's the point?
Just call them.
You can't. You have to go in person. It's a thing. Got to sign something in blood. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Really?
And if I skip the month,
You have to go in person?
You have to go in person, show ID.
Really?
Yeah, and then because I signed up, I think in May in 2005.
Yeah.
If I skip all of May and try to to cancel in June, they put me down for another year.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
Well, that seems like a scam, doesn't it?
It's such a scam.
You know, what do they have? They have your bank account, they have your routing number, they have your debit card number. Just change all that.
Oh, I have.
And go to your bank and tell your bank, I want to get all new stuff because I have revolving billing that I don't use.
No, what happens is, because that's happened to me before, they will still charge me. It'll be a different. The debit card will now not be in service, and then I'll get more penalties. I have to go in there. It's like the mafia. I'm at the mafia gym. That's where I'm at.
Wow. So even if you change like your whole credit card, they find a way to bill you?
If you change everything, they still get you, and I don't know if I'm even protected after I leave. It's one of those situations.
I don't see how that's possible.
What do you mean? How do you? Well, my debit card has. It doesn't matter.
Why don't you just change all your stuff and tell them to suck it?
Okay, I've done that before. I don't think I'm making my point clear. You have to go in person and sit down and show ID. If not, they're going to charge you.
Ay, ay, ay.
You don't think I've tried to do this before?
I'd go in there with a baseball bat.
That's why I'm asking you to help.
If it was me, I'm not going in there with a bat for you.
I thought you were my manager.
You can go in there with a bat.
You were my manager.
You're supposed to take care of all his things he doesn't want to deal with.
Yes.
I got a bleeding baby.
But you.
Come on, Virginia. It's just an excuse.
Al,
What's more important?
And you love a good fight. I know you do.
I don't know. I'm getting tired and old. I'm too old to run. I'm too old to fight. I just want to lay.
Are you a good person or a bad person? This might be a way to actually kind of gauge that. Today, first of all, you might know, is Giving Tuesday. Did you know that it was Giving Tuesday?
Yes, it's a big thing for Little Smiles because lots of people donate today.
Okay.
And they give to charities. So please, if you're thinking about one, pick Little Smiles.
St. Virginia knew about Tuesday.
What?
Tuesday giveaway or whatever. What's the name of the holiday?
Can you do Tuesday getaway and leave?
Why do you hurt my heart? I thought we were friends.
What's going on?
I don't know.
It's Giving Tuesday.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
How would people give to Little Smiles if they wanted to today, Virginia, for Giving Tuesday?
Well, it's super easy because the holiday toy drive is now underway.
Okay.
And so we're using the same exact text-in number. So it's 44321, and you can text the word SMILES to 44321, and that will help us out with our holiday campaign. A lot of times, the older kids get forgotten. You know, there's a lot of older kids like in the hospitals or in foster care or just in unfortunate situations. And those kids, a lot of toys get donated, but they're Barbies and they're little kid toys.
Okay, yeah.
And so the older kids, 15, 16, 17, they like a gift card. And so we go out and we get Target gift cards, Walmart gift cards, Kohl's, places where they can go and buy clothes, shoes, electronics, stuff that they want, not necessarily stuff that like is a little toy that they're not interested in.
And to let you know, too, our big toy drive is the Vanilla Ice Holiday Block Party. And that is going to be coming up next Friday. It's December 13th, Friday the 13th. Ooh. It's part of the Wellington Winterfest that is at the Equestrian Club. It is a free event just after 6 p.m. on that Friday night. So come on out and you get the performance and lots of other cool local acts are going to be on stage. And it's all about the community coming out and collecting toys for Little Smiles.
Absolutely. Bring a new unwrapped toy. You can also bring gift cards that night. Whatever your heart feels like bringing, we would love to take and gladly pass that on to a needy child or a sick child this holiday.
Well, this stat lets you know that most Americans are good. 95% of us have donated our time or money to at least one charity at some point in our lives.
Okay.
That's a good number, 95% of
That
us.
is.
Okay, so that's a little bit of goodness inside of each and every single one of us. And this is not speaking to you. You're part of the 5%. Go give to Little Smiles.
Get your act together.
Get your act
Let's
together.
go.
Now's the time.
So to maintain a status of being a good citizen, how many kind deeds must you do a month to be at least average? And this kind of sets the bar for like going, okay, if I did my checklist, November just ended, did I meet this number? What is that number of good deeds you should be doing every single month?
Okay, so you should do one every day, but I'm sure people have bad days. I would say the average is 27 per month. Good deeds a month you should do.
27.
That's high.
That's high?
Because most people are
So is he.
busy. Pee in this cup real quick. Most people are super busy with their lives. doing 27 good deeds in a month, it would be really hard.
Well, okay, maybe I'm confusing what a good deed. What technically would constitute a good deed then?
Giving people directions, holding doors for strangers, letting people cut in line at the store.
Oh, I thought you meant like donating to charities, volunteering your time.
So I'm going to stick with my number, 27 then.
Okay.
I would say, okay, 25 then.
Okay.
25 a month.
Okay.
If you're like making toast for somebody,
All right.
getting
making toast for somebody.
buying pizza for stuff like that.
I got to admit, in 2019 so far, I've not made toast for anyone. So
And no one's made toast for me.
I'm lagging way behind that one. So
made
I
toast.
gotta.
I made toast
What does that even mean?
I make avocado toast for Denny's.
Okay, see, I'm lagging way behind Virginia. I'm not a good person.
Yes,
Get
you
out
are.
there, but first you got to get a toaster and some bread. But then get out there.
If you want to get your good deeds in for the month, take out a loaf of bread and a toaster to the corner, and you could actually meet it all in just one morning.
I guess I don't get the joke. I don't know why. Why is making toast so comical?
Change the world. All you need is a toaster and a loaf.
Well, I guess I'm just asking, what is a good deed? Would that be considered?
Make you toast.
They say the average American does 5 good deeds a month.
5?
5, yes. And I guess it's probably about when the opportunity presents itself if you're looking at a lot of these. Giving people directions. I did that about maybe a week and a half ago. And I remember I was in traffic and somebody's tapping on the window. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Window tapper, never good.
What do you want?
What is this? And I rolled down my window. They were just looking for directions. Like, oh, okay.
Thank God.
Yes.
Because usually it ends in a police report.
I do admit, my first inclination was like, what do
boy.
they want?
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, so that would count as something. Holding doors for strangers depends upon how often you're going into stores and whatnot. Letting people cut in line at stores. You got to be out amongst people to make this happen.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to rank yourself and say, am I a good person or not?
But I don't think those are good deeds. I think those are just, you're just being
That's a good deed.
a normal person, how we should act in a civil society.
I agree.
Holding a door for people should not be counted as a good deed.
I'll talk to people in Boca. I'm not holding a door for anybody.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Boca hates Giving Tuesday.
You hit the brakes and you let somebody get over when you could have gotten over. You're taking the time to let them get in front of you.
That's a good deed.
Good deed.
Yeah.
According to this list. But I'm kind of with Virginia. Those are just you being a cool person. But a good deed is, oh my gosh, that person needs some porridge because they haven't eaten any.
Porridge?
Or, okay, oatmeal.
How about toast? What happened to your toast?
What are you, in Goldilocks and the Three
I
Bears?
can't say a right thing in this room.
Porridge? You're
The
backpedaling.
Jaybird breakfast table. Porridge and toast.
Does anybody say porridge anymore?
Apparently not. I was trying to make a point.
But I think it goes to show you just how easy it is to really, if you want to be on this level, like if you could look back in November and say, I didn't do 5 good deeds, and this is all you have to do to be a good deed, then you may want to check yourself and say, hey, I'm heading into holiday season. Maybe it's time for me to start being more aware of people's needs and be a bit more of a giving person.
Spread more love
Yeah,
out
spread
there.
more love. And it's that easy to just open a door for a stranger, to say, please, thank you, have manners, let people cut in line, give directions.
Yeah, by this thing, all you have to do is be friendly and smile at people. And
Basically,
just be nice.
and do that 5 times a month. That's it.
It's very easy.
And you're an average American. That's all you got to do.
Just don't be shocked if you hold the door for somebody in Boca and they don't thank you.
That's okay. It's not about what you get back. It's what you
True.
get.
And with every gift
With
in
everything.
life, you give it and you give it freely and you smile when you give it. And if you don't get anything back, including a smile back, you know what? Just go about.
But I am with the witch. Some of those are not good deeds. Those are just being cool. I don't know.
Some of those are just hashtag be cool, which we all should just hashtag be cool.
I agree. It's easy to do. That is the point. It is very easy to do a good deed or at least something nice.
You know what? Breakfast on the bird. Who wants to get down?
Porridge and toast for everybody.
Nah, I'm good.
Got some birthdays going down today. A few celebrities are celebrating, like Andy Grammer. Love that dude. He's 36 today.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. Played the Stars Ball one year.
He did. And then he stuck around all night, hung out with the kids.
Yeah, he did.
Long after he was over the performance, he wanted to stay and take pictures with the kids.
Yeah, really cool dude. Tiffany Haddish is turning 40 years old today, and Ozzy Osbourne is 71. So if you got him a present last year, that's all good. You can actually give him the same thing because he won't remember what he got you last year.
Aw, poor Ozzy. I think that reality show is coming back, too.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Really? Okay.
This is the first serious offer the Osbournes have been given that they're actually considering.
Okay.
Hey, I could care less. I really just,
Really?
We'll see.
Really?
We'll see.
Ozzy is so entertaining.
He is.
He could carry the whole show by himself.
I don't know. He's getting kind of old.
Yeah.
He's had some health problems.
10 years ago when he was doing it, it was like, okay, he was, 60. And it was funny. Now I think it just might be sad.
Yeah.
And you feel bad, laughing at anything he did.
I don't watch shows that's going to hurt my heart.
Yeah. You might just be like, that's so sad. Also, happy 6th birthday to Wyatt today. Congratulations. Also, happy 16th birthday to my amazing son, Matthew, from Mom, George, and our ridiculous cats. Okay. Also, we got a happy birthday to Colton, who turned 9 on the 30th. My wife's dance studio is performing the Nutcracker Ballet all weekend at the Lyric Theater in Stewart. Okay, very nice.
That's cool.
Alex said happy birthday to my BFF Ashley. That's from Alex and Theo. So there you go. Happy birthdays right there. Got a birthday you want to get into the KVJ show? You can just let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. And we'll give you the hookup right there. Well, we had Katy Perry just a second ago, but one of our own little Christmas classics. The Elf on the Shelf is coming back to many households throughout South Florida, Virginia.
It's already in my house.
Yes, I know that a lot of the elves have appeared to watch the kids. Keep an eye on them. Watch their every single move while they're sleeping, while they're brushing their teeth, while they're showering.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's been 5 years since this song, and it still creeps me out.
Yes.
I don't like the concept of Elf on the Shelf.
Our own KVJ Show Christmas classic here about the Elf on the Shelf. I remember, what does the fox say? What does the elf say? Our own version.
Christmas time is finally here, and there's one thing I fear every year. It moves around at night, fills me full of fright, and it watches you when you sleep at night. It tattletales on the things you've done, and it wants to kill, kill, kill. It don't give hugs, it wants your blood. What does the elf say?
I'm gonna horrify you at night. I'm gonna walk around your house. I'm gonna watch you sleep, little kid.
What the elf say?
I'm hiding under your bed. I'm hiding under your bed. I'm hiding under your bed.
What the elf say?
You better not be bad, little kid, or I'm gonna make you sad, little kid. You better not make me mad, little kid.
What the elf say?
I'm gonna watch you in your room. I'm gonna watch you when you poop. I'm gonna laugh when I kill you.
Yeah, you realize we got just less than a month before this decade ends.
Oh, it'll be here before you know it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty much already here. So this is the countdown. So not only are you going to be hearing a lot of the typical year-end list that you always do towards the end of the year, but you're going to be hearing a lot of decade-ending things, ranking things from the last 10 years. And Hollywood Reporter did one for the 10 best TV shows of the decade. Here's some of the ones that they have. Would you agree? These are the top shows. They've got Parks and Recs. Parks and Recreation is number one, their best show of the last decade, according to Hollywood Reporter from NBC.
I am a fan of the show. I would not say number one, though, but I do really, really like that show a lot.
Yeah, and to me, you've got to ask, okay, well, the thing that's happened over the last 10 years is Netflix and HBO and all these things. So I assume, you're talking about a TV show. This is anything that you can't get in the theater, right? So do we not have any love for Game of Thrones or anything like that?
Thrones should be on there.
Yeah, I'm looking at their top 10 list, and they've got number 2, Rectify from Sundance TV, Mad Men, AMC.
Mad Men is an outstanding show. All right.
Breaking Bad,
Okay.
number 4.
It should be on there.
That should be in a top 10 list. 30 for 30 on ESPN.
It's a great show as well.
It is a good special, but is it one of the top 10 best shows of the last decade?
No.
I don't think so either. BoJack Horseman from Netflix. That's kind of like a hipster's choice. You've got Halt and Catch Fire on AMC. Never even heard of it. The Leftovers on HBO. I think I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it.
I liked it, but I don't think it's a top 10.
I mean, we're talking about the top 10 best shows of the last 10 years.
It's one of those cool lists. Hey, look at me. I work for Rolling Stones.
Hollywood Reporter.
Okay.
Atlanta on FX, and then Better Things on FX. A terrible list.
So, Nick, you're awfully quiet.
I mean, no Vanderpump Rules, no Real Housewives. I'm out.
Okay, promise? Promise you're out.
I got nothing to give. All these shows are dumb. Where's Bravo? Where's E?
Oh, E is the worst. It is
Terrible programming.
The worst for programming.
If I had to say my least favorite networks, it's Bravo, Lifetime.
Those are the only three I care about. Bravo, Lifetime, and E.
I mean, E.
Yes, I would say those are my 3 least favorite networks.
If I check into a hotel, I immediately turn on the TV and try to figure out, okay, do they have Bravo, Lifetime, and E? We're good. We're good here.
Well, Bravo tricks you because they have the one good cooking show on there. You're like, okay.
Top Chef.
And then everything else is Vanderpump Rules and New York Women, Housewives, Central, like all kind of different kind of shows that are.
That's funny you say that because, I did a lot of hotel stays the last week, and for me, it's ESPN. If I go into a place, they have to have ESPN. We have one place that had the weirdest cable package.
They didn't have ESPN?
They did not have ESPN.
Oh, my
They had every
gosh.
crime channel known to man.
Yeah. Murder's big in hotels, I've noticed.
And it was kind of a murdery type. It was a bed and breakfast kind of like place. And so it was a murdery kind of place. It was very old. I'm like going, okay, it feels like they're trying to tell me something here.
They let you stay with a kid at a bed and breakfast? Usually I try to stay in those and they're like, no kids.
Really?
Sorry.
Yeah. No, they allowed us in
They
there.
have a tude usually.
They had half of the major networks. But yeah, to me, you've got to have ESPN. I check in. If you don't have that, forget about it.
It's unbelievable that they didn't have that.
I know. I bet for a lot of parents, it's probably Disney Channel or Nickelodeon to keep their kids occupied.
True.
If it doesn't have that, that's not going to be good.
Nickelodeon's still doing it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, my son is 11. You've got your SpongeBob, and there's a whole bunch of, it's doing very, in fact, I'd say that's his number 1 channel.
Okay.
Is the Nickelodeon for him. But what about the shows? The only ones I had in here that I could see that make sense to me, Parks and Recs, Mad Men, Breaking Bad. Other than that, I'm going to throw out the entire top 10 list. There's only 3 in here that I would argue. No Game of Thrones. You have to have Game of Thrones in there.
It's because of the last episode. They're being punished, or because of the last season.
No, but you got to still say, I mean, all the talk that garnered.
They're being punished.
What else is being left off the list here?
Do they have any Netflix stuff on there?
No, and
Maybe that's what it
FX,
is.
HBO. No, they do have BoJack Horseman.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that you choose from Netflix. So I don't know, but you're going to see a lot of lists, and a lot of them are going to be bad coming up. So, anything else you want to add to the mix? 877-979-WRMF.
You making any resolutions this year?
No, I never do.
Okay, all right, good. Good for you.
I am. I'm making more toast for people.
And porridge. Mm-hmm. Was The Office the last 10 years?
No, they got off, I believe 2009 was their last year.
Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I didn't think that made it. What about Sons of Anarchy? Was that the last 10 years?
I don't think it was, and that's a fantastic show. I'm afraid to go back and watch that because I might go back into my motorcycle phase again.
Oh, okay.
I literally just looked up The Office because I was saying to Denny's, how is that not on the list? And it ended in 2013, so I don't know how you can put Parks and Rec, which is an Office spin-off, above that, The Office.
Yeah, makes no sense.
It's basically the same kind of show as The Office.
Are they just putting this list out there so people leave comments and argue and?
No, I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. We need to put together our own list.
Ralston's brought in some pretty bad lists before, but this one might top the list.
Yeah, no, this is a terrible list.
We've got a list of all your bad lists.
Yeah, ranking out my bad list. Yeah, Hollywood Reporter did a very terrible job on this. And they should lose credibility. They put out these lists and then just walk away like they cause all the damage. And it's like, no, you should remember this. Hollywood Reporter doesn't know anything about TV if this is their top 10 list.
Who are you, Hollywood Reporter? Why do we have to listen to you?
So
Not
if you
plugged in.
have a subscription to Hollywood Reporter, they have no credibility. Why would you get that stupid magazine or whatever it is, the online subscription, if they come out with a terrible list like this? Hold them accountable.
They're probably just an online thing. They probably don't even have a hard magazine.
Well, they're terrible. Either way. Let me see some of the other ones that are out there. Big Bang Theory. Yeah, how could you not put that in the top 10 list? That's a massive show. Walking Dead, some people are saying last 10 years. Stranger Things. How'd you not put that in there? Orange is the New Black. How'd you not put that in there? That show really trailed off for me, though. So, anyway. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Was that 10 years?
Yeah, that's if you like Out of Line and you're not for the politically correct movement, you would like that show.
Yeah.
It's so over the top with being vulgar and offensive.
Shameless, show that I hear a ton about. Haven't watched it yet, but I hear that's great.
I've watched the first episode 3 times. I think I'll like that show. I just got to commit, baby.
Mm-hmm. Chappelle's Show, was that over 10 years ago? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it feels like
It had to have been.
Yeah.
I think that's it. So there you go. All right, coming up here on the KVJ Show, we got some fun stuff for you, including another round of Denny's or Animal.
Ooh, we love it.
Denny's or Animal is going to be on deck here. Yes, always a challenging game, but a worthwhile prize. I think that you're going to want to get your paws on today. Aladdin. You know, you got this whole Broward tour that is going on. You got everything from Broadway that is all over the place. The Broward Center is picking up Aladdin on January 8th. It's going to be opening up in Fort Lauderdale.
Nice.
A whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Oh, man. You got honey in your voice, said no one.
You guys want to sing the whole theme to Aladdin?
I mean, I don't think the audience wants that, but, you know, I'm always down to
Okay.
ruin someone's morning.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Oh, another exciting round of Denny's or Animal here today.
It is exciting, honestly.
Oh, it is. If you love animals, you're going to love this game. Denny's is plugged into nature. In fact, he's kind of like our own Aquaman, except he can speak to land animals too.
He's like our Jack Hanna.
Yeah, he really is. He knows the wildlife. Jimmy is on here from Lake Worth to play along. Hello, Jimmy.
What up, KVJ?
Yeah. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic this beautiful cold day.
I know, right? Yeah, but there's a lot of animals that are cowering today because of the cold weather.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. In fact, I saw a mosquito. I got those mosquitoes. There's a gang of them that hang right out front of my door. And they're always trying to get in the house, and they're biting me when I'm sleeping, Virginia.
It's awful.
And I saw one of them yesterday. I was like going, oh, yeah, buddy, you're not going to be very happy. A cold front's coming.
You had words with the mosquito.
I did.
It's funny because I have words with the squirrels by where I live at.
Your end is near.
I was taunting him. I'm like going, oh, yeah, enjoy your day today.
I was yelling at a squirrel and realized my neighbor was watching me.
I look like a maniac today. We're all crazy. Okay, well, here's what we got. We've got an animal sound for you, Jimmy. You just got to tell us if it is the real animal or if it is Denny's that is making this noise. Okay, Jimmy?
I got it.
All right, simple concept here. What we have is humpback whale.
Ooh.
This is a humpback whale. All right, what do you think here? Is this Denny's or Animal? You can hear it's in the ocean depths. Obviously, probably towards more of the oceen floor.
It does.
So
That sounds like the deep sea.
the fact that they're able to mic that up is
It's amazing.
pretty amazing.
There's some reverb on there too.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think about that, Jimmy? Is that Denny's or Animal?
I think I'm going to go with Denny's on that one.
Gonna go with Denny's.
I gotta hear it one more time, honestly. It's really good, honestly.
It is.
Though.
It's pretty amazing.
A lot of time in the studio.
He's getting better.
He is, I know. You know what, Jimmy? You are correct. Congratulations. He's plugged in. He knows his animals, too. We're not going to fool this guy.
That was a tough one.
I'd put that on the greatest hits one. I think that's a good one.
Okay. Next up here, Denny's or Animal. We have some jackals, and they're howling. Jackals howling. What do you think? Is this Denny's or Animal here, Jimmy?
That's Virginia.
You think it's Virginia? Wow. Okay, I don't know. Listen again. Whoa. Okay. That's a tough one. Jimmy, what do you think? Is that Denny's or Animal?
I think I'm going to go with Animals on that one.
Gonna go with animals on that? Okay. All right, Jimmy, you are plugged in. That is the real jackal howling right there. And for a second, I'm like going, that's definitely Denny's. No.
No.
That's not our boy Denny's. That's a real jackal.
I'm not sure if Denny's got that kind of range.
Yeah. All right, Jimmy, I tell you what, you are just showing your intelligence here today. You've got one more to make it a clean sweep, okay?
Okay, so much intelligence I have, guys.
Yes, you're going to blow us all away here if you get this one right. We have a tortoise mating. A tortoise mating. All right, is this the real tortoise or is this Denny's making this animal noise here? The tortoise mating.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that's very. Oh, that's, I tell you, I don't know about you, but
Am I the only one that's turned on?
I'm blushing.
It is.
Oh, it really is.
That's giving me
quite
the
a visual.
It's giving me the vapors.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Denny's.
that's like wow. I mean,
Wow.
It could be a tortoise.
yeah. Okay. Oh, did you hear the quiver?
So much quiver.
Wait, there was a quiver on this one, I believe.
You know those quivering tortoise?
Can't you see those tortoise lips quivering in pure tortoise ecstasy? I mean, that's just amazing. I mean, they really got that microphone closed.
You're
too.
doing some extraordinary stuff, man.
All right. Well, what do you think, Jimmy? Is that Denny's or animal?
It's a tough one there, guys. I think I might have to go with Denny's.
Gonna go with Denny's on that one? Yes, you are correct. That is, yeah. And the quiver, yes.
They do sound like that, though.
You sound like the Snuggle Bear.
I can't look at you, Denny.
Were you wearing your pants when you did that?
I'm embarrassed.
Okay, very nice. Jimmy, you got a clean sweep here today. Congratulations. That was very impressive, showing off your animal knowledge. 3 for 3, Denny's or animal, and you've got tickets to go check out Aladdin when it comes to the Broward Center, okay?
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yay.
Okay. Very nice. Oh, that was very educational. Thank you, Denny's.
I put a real tortoise in there so you can hear what they sound like. So you can hear my emulation.
Compare.
Kind of feel like I nailed it.
You did a good job. I know.
I kind of feel like he's nailing it.
He is. I saw it.
Wow. Yeah, you're dead on there. Yeah, it's very close. Yeah.
Maybe because I just like you so much, I am so impressed.
Yeah. I say it is pretty amazing. Wow. We're just learning a lot here on this show. That's what we do here. Well, we're talking about, the decade-ending lists that are coming up, but we're going to look forward for a second. There are things that are going on now that I think, one, I'm kind of out of the loop. Two, I'm very old. But there's just a lot of things that are going on in this world I don't get. Like mumble rap. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So what are the things that are going on right now and the trends that are out that you think we're going to hate in 5 years? That just aren't going to make any kind of sense. What are the things that you see today, and are you old like me? Just you don't get the world around you.
Old like Kev.
Old like me is the name of this. We asked you on our Facebook page, and we'll take your comments via text right now, 877-979-9763. You can let us know here on the KVJ Show. Well, a lot of this is looking back over the last decade, but looking forward here, what are the things that you see going on today that you just say don't have a chance of surviving in 5 years? If we just look back 5 years, there's many things that we used to have that have gone away. Now, I think it's more in 5 years, but like things like MySpace and things like that that just did not stand the test of time. Just gone away. Blockbuster stores. Things of the nature. I mean, technology's happening so fast. I mean, there's a lot of stuff being left in the dust.
Is Bad Baby going to be around in 5 years?
No.
Good. Okay, that's I want her. I want her gone. I know she's a local kid. I
Yeah.
just think she brings so much poison to the world.
No, that's not going to happen.
Okay, so you don't see her blowing up her career, her nailing it. In 5 years, she's not going to be a force to be reckoned with. Because she's got pretty good numbers on YouTube, by the way.
I know. Yeah, no, I think she's doing great right now. She is. But, the one thing that I noticed, because I've had kids that have gone through that. I've got, older kids that are almost 22 now. They shake trends really fast. Like they hop on something really quick, but then, I mean, when they leave it in the dust, it's in the dust and it's gone a lot faster. The shelf life is not long. That includes a lot of artists. And I think it's going to be tougher for many artists, but you've always seen that for artists to really, to me, 10 years is an amazing career in music. To be on top of the charts and be front and center for that amount of time, 5 years is good. So I would say that your average artist has a splash of maybe 2 to 3 years. Like Lizzo. Is Lizzo going to be something in 5 years?
Okay, how about this? I don't think that. I think Lizzo.
I hope she is, but I just don't know.
Who's got a better chance of making it, Lizzo or Billie Eilish?
Billie Eilish.
I have no idea, and I don't know if I even care.
I think Billie's got more shine right now. More people are just going nuts.
The Lizzo thing, she's already kind of gotten into trouble. There's been 3 different suits where it's been filed, I think.
Yeah, I think Lizzo, I would say, because I think Lizzo, the style's a little bit more gimmicky. And and if she comes out with a song that has depth, they're like, whoa, I didn't expect that out of Lizzo. But does she have that in her? Because right now she's in kind of a niche. And she's, got multiple songs. But
you're not hearing any of the other songs on the radio yet.
Yeah, just 2.
Truth Hurts. Are you hearing Good as Hell?
Yeah, I hear that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
different stations, you hear that.
What about this? In 5 years, will we still see all of those family vlogs where they're all doing songs and they're, how they're very popular? The Momedy, will that still be?
Yeah, I think so.
At the forefront?
Probably. Yeah, that I don't see going away.
Sorry, Bird. Momedy's here to stay.
Yeah. There is one thing that might be going away, and a lot of people agree. We asked this question, what do you think? What trends are going to be gone in 5 years? Here's some of the top responses. The mom jeans. Mama D stays. Mom jeans, maybe not. And that's something that's come in and out. That was popular in the 80s, and they were like going, gosh, that looks terrible. It's not very flattering, but for some reason, all the girls are wearing it now.
I like it because what's the alternative? Daisy Dukes? Yeah, I would much rather see my mom jean donning child who's at that age than Daisy Dukes.
I'll tell you what's going to be on that list. Your precious little keto diet. 5 years, bye-bye. It'll be a trend of the past.
I'll actually go the opposite direction. I'll say it's going to be it's going to be even more popular in 5 years.
No.
Yeah.
In a year plus, you're going to go, oh, man, I can't believe I even did that keto thing.
Save this clip for 5 years from now.
Save this clip for
one of us is going to be right, one of us will be wrong. We'll play it back in 5 years.
Loser gets to kick the other one.
That's fine.
Yes.
Loser kicks the winner.
Thick, dark eyebrows gone in 5 years. Or somebody says, as I like to call them, the caterpillar eyebrows.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about that look. I don't get it.
It's big now.
It is. Dark eyebrows are in.
Mm-hmm. I know, but painted on, it looks like you have painted them on.
It's for Instagram. In person, it looks weird, but in photographs, especially when filtered properly, it looks amazing.
Mm-hmm. The man bun was number 3 on our audience's list. KVJ Nation said in 5 years, not going to see the man bun, but I've been hearing that for a couple of years, and it's still around.
Really? I thought the man bun was slowing down a bit.
Yeah, I think it has.
Yeah, it
I don't know that
has.
I see it here in 5 years. Lazy rap music. Not going to see it in 5 years. That was number 4 on the list.
I think you won't see it in 5 years. I really don't.
You don't think so?
Nah, I think there'll be a new trend.
Gosh, I hope so.
I do too.
Not a big fan. Other things. Clothing that looks shredded, gone in 5 years. That's number 5 on the list. I agree with that.
That's been around forever, though.
Absolutely.
But it's not been as predominant as you've seen. I mean, it's half of the ladies in my family, it's half their wardrobe is everything is shredded. But it wasn't that way 2-3 years ago. Now it is. I remember when I was in high school, everybody was wearing it, and then it died down. You didn't really see it. So that was about a 20-year gap between where it was it's everywhere. I don't see, you buy your shirts that are shredded, your jeans are shredded, your jackets are shredded, everything is shredded.
Kevin's mad.
It's
I
asinine.
paid good money.
But it's, you know what? It's more shredded than it used to be. Back in my day, we didn't completely obliterate our clothes.
It was shredded light.
Now, I was there, I remember we were shopping one time, we were on Las Olas, and there was these jeans. There was no pant leg at all. It was just the inseams that were there, and it was like $300 for these pair of jeans.
You can sometimes be a little too clever with the fashion.
I was like, wait, what is this?
Kevin flips to Mad Dad.
I just don't. I'm like, wait, what? Well, I get mad. You wear what you want to wear. I don't care. But then when I see $300,
and
I'm like,
have to pay for it.
Right. That's when I become mad, Dad. I'm like, no, that's stupid. What are we doing? I got this. I can do this. Skinny jeans on older men.
Oh.
Yes, you do not want to get... People our age shouldn't be wearing skinny jeans.
If you don't have a tiny waist, you should not be wearing skinny jeans.
At any age.
Just because your leg is skinny don't mean the pant fits you.
Our first event...
What's worse is when you have a skinny leg but then a fat butt.
And you're wearing skinny jeans.
Our first event back here at RMF, we were at that one bar, everyone's there, and I forgot the pants that I was going to wear, and I had to buy the skinny jeans for what's that one, Urban Outfitters, where only young people go? I mean, I looked ridiculous.
They should have stopped your old ass at the door.
They should have tackled
Urban Outfitters needs to have an age limit.
I mean, my legs look so fat and portly in those things.
Another trend that's not going to be around in 5 years. Somebody said TikTok.
It won't be.
My daughter loves TikTok. That's all she does. She's 21, and everything she goes through is TikTok. But I'm like, okay, wait, explain like how this is different than Instagram. Instagram, Snapchat. She's like, well, Snapchat's gone in 24 hours. I'm like, well, how is this different than Vine? She's like, well, it's not really. I'm like, well, Vine's not here. So if Vine's not here, why is TikTok here? You see what I'm saying? Just showing my age. I don't get it.
Well, there'll be something new. That's the new TikTok. I mean, that's what happens. So TikTok will be gone, but there'll be the newer thing.
I think if you had to say which social media is, because MySpace is gone, Vine is gone. What is the next social media platform that will disappear? I think it will be TikTok. I do agree with that.
TikTok is even more stimulating and quicker hits than Vine was. And it's been more widely embraced by younger people, unlike Vine. I don't think Vine was as massive as TikTok got.
I mean, it's about the young people. Why is your old ass always on TikTok?
I love TikTok.
She does.
I got a young spirit.
I spent about 5 minutes on it, and there was not one thing that I was like that I thought was good.
You and my sisters, you got to watch TikTok. I did. I spent a good 7 minutes, and I would just not
There
impressed.
is some crap. There is definitely some crap.
I must have had a bad round because it was nothing but garbage.
But I've seen stuff that I've gone back and watched like 5 and 6 times. It was that good.
She showed me a video. Oh, Bird, you're gonna laugh so hard. I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, fake laugh. Oh, fake laugh. Do we have to keep watching this?
Fake laugh. Ugh, insulting.
Rose is here from Miami Lakes. Pretty good suggestion. Rose, what trend is not going to be around in 5 years?
Those false eyelashes, like they look like wings.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they're so big. I think they look good, and I wonder, what do you think, Virginia? Do you think those will be around in 5 years?
I love lashes. I think they'll always be around.
I'll tell you, won't be around in 5 years. Paper straws. It's simply not working. Nobody likes paper straws. They got to come up with something different. I think paper straws might be even worse for the environment because it makes people angry.
Okay.
They're fist fighting.
People are mad now.
Okay. Let me see here. We got a couple more. Somebody said kombucha. Don't see that being around in 5 years. Throw in the kale, too. I think that's going to, and I think the numbers are actually dropping on kale at least. I don't know about kombucha.
People are realizing, kale's not good.
Mm-hmm. Gender reveal videos will not be as big in 5 years. Agree or disagree? I actually disagree with that. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be bigger probably in 5 years.
Do you like those things?
I think they're getting ridiculous, but I like them
when they fail.
Yeah, those are funny. There's been some funny ones.
There was this couple, and they had these balloons, and they were supposed to pop the balloons, and then whatever, the pink or the blue dust was going to come out of them. And so somehow in the fricas, the balloons, which were filled with helium, got away from them. And the balloons just go into the sky, and they're all like freaking out. Ah! They have no idea what gender their kid is. Now, that's the ones I like.
There's ones where they're throwing the ball and they miss the ball and hit somebody in the face.
That was a great one. A couple more trends that won't be around in 5 years. The term clapback. There's probably a lot of terms that are out there that won't be around in 5 years.
You see that a lot. You're seeing that in headlines. Mm-hmm. Blah, 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 clapped back.
Every headline I read, Chrissy Teigen claps back.
Oh my gosh, there's no way her publicist does not pay Yahoo News and other publications because they'll do a whole article. Chrissy Teigen, guess what she did today? Use the microwave. And it's a whole article about her using a microwave.
She is beloved by female She is. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
She's beloved.
think that's one thing I hope that's never said again.
Virginia's annoying abbreviations.
Soch. Stop it. Stop talking about TikTok and stop calling it Soch.
And one more trend that we'll hate in 5 years: being a victim when you really aren't a victim, and then being rewarded for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We can only hope. So secretly, how does Jaybird really view himself against Virginia? And different things. We all do size ourselves up. We may be like, hey, I've got a better fashion sense than Denny's. That may be something that you might think.
I don't think I got a better fashion sense than Denny's. He keeps it simple. He wears 3 shirts.
Yeah.
That's smart.
It works.
He's the Steve Jobs of the Palm Beaches.
He is. He's got it down, though. I haven't seen that one for a while. That's the Garfield cat long sleeve. Oh, it's the cold weather, isn't it?
Yeah, he's broken it out before. Garfield, that sticks out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
If you have that out, people, oh, you wore that before.
So we've done many different pairings here on the show, and Virginia's already sized herself up against Jaybird, so we figured today it's time to let him return the favor. How does he view himself in different categories against Virginia here? So this is better or worse, more or less, Jaybird. This is a game of self-perception where you reveal basically how you rate yourself against other members of the show. Okay, so I got 5 different questions here for you. The first one is, what do you think? Is your general intelligence more or less than Virginia's?
It depends on what we're talking about here. Am I allowed to break it down slightly to work it out?
Let's say, for instance...
I have some examples.
Okay. Let's just say that I need some help. I am doing a paper for college, and my paper might happen to be, say, for instance, on animals. Should I ask Virginia to help me write this paper, or should I ask you?
You should ask me only because I've been to the dance and I've done it before, and I've done it. I've written plenty of college papers. I actually do have my degree. Okay. I know I sound like I'm a mess and I'm very stupid, but on that particular instance, I would say come to me.
If we gave an IQ test, do you think you would have a higher IQ than Virginia?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Ignorance is bliss.
She's great at adult stuff, and she's organized, and she can sound smart when she's doing the adult stuff. I don't have to answer to anybody, so I don't have to always do adult stuff.
Yeah.
So it sounds like I'm really, Jason's so out of control. He's gonna, if he walks outside, he's gonna get hit by a bus. And I get that. I do. I'm out of control on that end. But again, I live by myself, and I don't have anyone to answer to. So she's got to keep her stuff on point when it comes to that.
Okay.
So she's definitely smarter when it comes to adulting.
Okay.
But overall, give it to the bird.
Okay. I like that. I like the confidence. It's good. It's what it should be.
I like how she's laughing at me.
Yeah, you don't have to necessarily agree, but it's revealing. Just be like, okay, when they kind of like, in their heart of hearts, they really do believe.
Then I'm also thinking street smarts. I think she's got street smarts, but I also think
I'm just talking if I said an IQ test, and that pretty much that zeroes right in on it.
Well, to me, when you say just, I've met some really, really smart, book smart people that are very dumb when it comes to just, if you're doing a whole syllabus of life, I would not trust them because just because they're book smart doesn't mean they're necessarily smart.
We have this argument in my family all the time because we have one that scholastically stands out, and there is a lot of debate. Like, yeah, well, he doesn't know how to cross the street, you know.
No, he knows how to build the street.
Right.
He's gonna own the street one day.
So we have this argument a lot in our family where, you know, some people in the family, they argue, okay, so I'm not this or that, or, you know, I'm not a member of Mensa, but, you know.
Okay.
I am still smarter. And like, okay.
Anyway,
I'm always, to me.
Tell me your story.
I'm always intrigued with people's self-perceptions. And, you know, because I think we tend to give ourselves sometimes more credit than we deserve.
If there's parts in my life that Virginia would absolutely be awesome at that I'm terrible at.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the same thing works for intelligence thinking that it does for like how you perceive yourself about being a nice person. No one walks around thinking they're evil.
Sure, yeah.
People think they're good and nice and smart, even the dumb ones.
I don't know. I think some people do think they have low self-esteem and they don't feel like they're a good person. I think that happens more than you think.
Sure, but I think by and large, people have a way better perception of themselves than the reality.
Well, I've talked to people who you might deem as rude or jerky, and they have ways of kind of justifying, you know, how they do that. And, so it's kind of fascinating. Like somebody be like, oh, they're a terrible person. They're mean. But they're like, no, here's the reason why I do that. I may just be blunt, or I may just be this, or I may just have low tolerance for that. And I'm not going to let you walk all over me kind of thing. So they're going, okay. So it is kind of interesting how we all kind of justify our behaviors and how we really do. This is a look inside your self-esteem and how you do view yourself.
This is how you sleep at night.
Sure.
You have to think good things about yourself.
Yeah. I do think you're smart, though, Virginia.
Whatever.
I do. I think we've worked with a bunch of smart people.
Let's put it to the test. Let's take this test.
I love it. Let's take an IQ test. That sounds like so much fun. Good radio bit, too. We should do the whole thing live on the air.
Okay.
Off air.
Second question here for better, worse, more or less. Jaybird, would you say that you are more or less funny than Virginia? What would you say?
She's got a different kind of funny than me. She's better at mean funny. I'm better at goofy funny.
Okay, so different styles.
But overall, if you want, because I don't want to be politically correct here.
If we had to go back to that one idiot program director that once upon a time was telling us, your laughs per minute, it's about how many. Who do you think makes people laugh more listening to this show?
I think I'm slightly more funny than Virginia.
Okay. Good.
I think I'm slightly more universal than her. She turns off half of her audience and she goes after men. Okay,
you're the everyman's.
No, believe me, there's a lot of people who hate my act too. I'm just saying, less people probably hate my act than her.
Yeah.
But I have people who absolutely hate what I say and do on the mic. Everything I do. Everything I do. It's just terrible.
And they're very vocal on social.
Oh, people are so mean, but whatever.
Okay. So then the next question here, number 3 here out of 5, for better, worse, more or less. Do you have more or less talent for radio than Virginia?
It's a tough one because she's got great talent behind the scenes. She's good with salespeople when she's not fighting with them. She's great at commercials.
Yeah.
She's great at that kind of stuff.
That is radio talent, yes. Broadcasting talent.
But then again, I think I'm a little bit quirkier, and I think I bring a little bit more content to the table, which would make your
Creativity.
life easier.
It all balances out, yeah.
It really does, because there's on air.
And there may not be a right answer. It's just your perception.
I'm really going to sound like a jerk if I say me again.
Well, I mean, this is great. I think this is good because it's just you have a healthy self-esteem. That's all this is. There's nothing wrong with saying. We feel so guilty to say me, but there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that you've got a healthy self-perception.
I'll tell you why I end up winning. It's because I'm the kind of person that literally would sleep on the floor anywhere to still do this job.
More of a heart for radio.
Yeah, and I don't think Virginia has that. I would go above and beyond for stunts to make the audience.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Did she ever pierce her belly button for no reason?
Actually, it's a bloodbath. I'm way better than radio than Not that I've worked it out.
Okay, 2 more here. Self-perception. Do our coworkers like you more or less than Virginia?
They like me more.
Okay.
They definitely like me more. And
that's an easy one.
I don't mean
that one came out real quick.
Yeah, I'm just saying
I got no problem with that.
No, that's just it. That's why they don't like her, because she has no problem with that.
I'm fine.
That was absolutely easy.
If you don't like me, it's because you're a jerk.
I think, yeah, it's definitely they like me better.
Okay, next up here, final one. Better, worse, more or less. Are you more or less honest than Virginia?
I think Virginia's more honest.
Okay.
I think sometimes I hide behind the facade of being goofy to make people laugh. I'll give Virginia the nod on more honest.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Virginia, any final thoughts?
I mean, I'm kind of lying on that one because I had to give her one.
So literally, you're not honest. You're proving your own point.
We're all friends here. We love it. We love it.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news.
So many people are mad.
Ow!
There's probably nothing that gets me more annoyed and fired up in traffic than those little crotch rocket motorcycles that go ding, 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 zipping in and out of traffic at like 120 miles an hour.
And they get to skip the line because they're small and quick.
They make their own lanes, and they think, especially too, they even had this report out not too long ago that, there are some parts of I-95 now where it's supposed to be the express lane, but they don't have the poles up yet. So motorcyclists going, oh, cool, motorcycle lane. No, it's not a motorcycle lane. It's not for you to drive 100 miles on it. When you have about, maybe a foot between each side and there's a car right there.
And there's so many old people here. The snowbirds have arrived. Why would you ever want to take your life into your hands like that?
What if they're in traffic? One of them opens the door.
Yeah.
You're going to hit that thing.
So apparently this has been happening a lot in the Keys. Motorcyclists are going down there. And if you've ever driven, Highway 1 down through the Keys, it is a tight stretch. And you have those where you can pass for a little while and then you can.
Sure.
So these motorcyclists are zipping in and out of traffic, going about 100 miles an hour. And it's been kind of an issue. And they've been trying to deal with it. So Monroe County deputies near Key Largo, I think it was like mile marker 90, they see these 3 crotch rockets, about 100 miles an hour. They radio ahead like you're supposed to, and it's tough because they don't want to get in those chases because it endangers so many people. So these motorcycles are getting reports, and they see them too. They're driving recklessly up and down Highway 1. They're running red lights. They're zipping in and out of traffic. And apparently the fun finally ends when one of the riders runs into the back of a vehicle, totals the bike. The rider's okay.
He's okay?
He's okay, oddly enough.
Oh, my gosh.
The other 2 motorcyclists took off. They don't know who they were. But the one motorcyclist they do know is a 24-year-old from Boca Raton who got this motorcycle just a matter of days ago.
Wow.
And wasn't used to it. It doesn't even matter if you are. It's not the kind of place to go riding a motorcycle 100 miles an hour and you can see the end result.
Gosh.
Luckily, nobody was killed.
He was going up to 100 miles an hour and he didn't die. That is right.
Not when he hit the
miracle.
car, but at other points he was. So he had been, these 3 motorcyclists were a headache for the Monroe County. They gave chase for a little bit and then traffic got to be too much and they're like, we got to back off. And then they get another report from Monroe County down at another mile marker, be like, I just saw him. And so that's what's going on. But it's not just these 3. It's a continual problem up and down U.S. Highway 1.
Wow.
Where they're just doing this. And that's just why you don't do it, because when other traffic's moving that slow and, people are slowly. And this is around you get around Isla Mirada and people are just creeping into tiki bar or something like that.
I'd love to have a hog. I'd love to ride a motorcycle. I think it'd be so fun. I have an adventurous spirit, but I'm also very scared. So,
I see you on a scooter.
I like scooters.
They have those sit-down scooters that are really. There's one in the Katy Perry video.
KVJ scooter?
Vespa.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like Vespas.
Yeah,
that's kind of more my speed.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Razor is making a sit-down one now, and if you watch that new Katy Perry cozy little Christmas video, there's totally a plug for the new Razor scooter in there.
It's cheaper than the old motorcycle, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah.
By a good
Definitely.
10 large?
Oh, yeah, I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
Motorcycles aren't cheap.
I know they're not.
When I went up north, I saw a lot of those bird scooters and the lime scooters, they have like in Fort Lauderdale, and they're, kind of like, really talking about getting rid of. They were strewn all over the place.
Everywhere.
It looked like people just got done and just threw it like they're like laying in the street. It's just, they're like an eyesore.
Well, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to leave them in the street. You're supposed to leave them on the curb or on the sidewalk.
Yeah, they were just like laying down on the ground all over the place.
And what do you do?
I don't know.
If they're on the ground, do you go up and just get right in it and drive away?
You can pick it right up. I saw 2 guys just picked it right up. And they got their little card, whatever, and it scans it, and you can get up and start zipping away wherever you see one.
It takes 3 seconds.
That's pretty cool.
They've got them now because I saw them in San Antonio. It's not just the standing ones. They have the sit-down ones now, too, that you can just rent like that.
Okay.
Because I almost talked my mom into doing it, but then she was like, no, I don't want to.
Another thing that annoys me here in South Florida, porch pirates. This is a good story. Apparently there's a porch pirate striking in Boynton Beach. But they came up a little bit short thanks to a quick-thinking Amazon Prime delivery driver. There's some video footage from a Ring doorbell camera showing a woman wearing a white T-shirt, bandana, had headphones, grabbed a package from a home, and started sprinting across the street. The Amazon Prime driver who just delivered the package saw this and started tracking down the thief while calling 911. Realizing that they had an Amazon Prime driver hot on their heels, they dropped the box in some bushes, and the delivery driver got it and returned it back to the rightful owner.
Wow.
They never did catch the porch pirate yet, but
I think they were on bicycle.
Yeah.
Somebody had said.
Yeah, they did, yeah. There's a male and female on bicycles. That's what they're looking for in Boynton Beach. So they're there. They're out there striking.
Be careful. If you're ordering stuff, have somebody get it for you.
Got another kind of crime in Bonita Springs, Florida. There was a guy there breaking into several cars in a neighborhood. You see that a lot, and the Ring doorbells are catching that. Interesting thing about this criminal, though, he wasn't wearing any pants. And here's the thing, like, he made off with some change. Okay, you don't have any pockets. Where are you putting it? Wear pants when you're going to break into cars. I don't get it. There's a 70-year-old woman and her 6-year-old boyfriend that got caught having sex on a Clearwater sidewalk.
Ow!
A 12-year-old called the police after seeing the couple performing sex acts on each other.
What the hell is going on? What neighborhood is this?
This is in Clearwater.
Oh, come on, Clearwater.
Yeah, 70 and 60-year-old, yes.
On the sidewalk?
And it was gross on top of it?
Yes, it was gross. It was gross.
Please tell me they were drunk.
I don't know. The one.
It makes it more forgivable.
It does make it. At least there's a reason for their animal-like behavior.
Yeah. She was yelling and said she wanted a lawyer and wouldn't cooperate with police. So
Definitely drinking.
Yeah.
That's definitely someone drinking.
Good.
It's another couple that was caught having sex on a subway platform in Manhattan in front of other riders over the weekend. It isn't known if the duo got on the train after their sexy time or what exactly happened, but police have released a photo of the man involved in the incident, but neither has been arrested at this time. People just, love getting freaky in public, huh?
I think some people, it's a turn on, Kevin.
Well, if you look up, there's a whole term, there's a whole thing about it. It's someone's fetish. It's a fetish for some people.
In this room.
No.
Have you ever done it outside?
Outside, like where? On the beach? Yeah, at nighttime. What else you want to know?
You don't want people to watch you, or you do?
I don't want people to see this grossness. I have a pancake ass. I have a gut. Now, yeah, let's keep me in the dark.
A cop in North Carolina caught a guy who was parked at a Kohl's parking lot on Black Friday, and he was totally naked inside his car. Had some marijuana on him, too. When the cop came up, he tried to drive away, but the cop stopped him and arrested him.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Going for that Black Friday special, pants 100% off. Man in Wisconsin ended up in handcuffs after quoting a line from the movie The Princess Bride in a text to his ex-wife. The line from the movie, maybe you might remember.
Good work. Sleep well. I'll most likely kill you in the morning.
Uh-huh. It says, good night, good work, sleep well. I'll most likely kill you in the morning. That's part of the text he sent.
You can't send that to your ex-wife.
Well, he was drunk, and she also was drunk on the other end. Apparently, she panicked when she saw it, and in her inebriated state didn't realize it was a line from the movie. It got misinterpreted as a threat, and he was arrested. And finally, a woman was on a flight to Pensacola on Friday and faked a medical emergency, saying that she was having trouble breathing to get a bigger seat. But the pilot turned the flight around to get her help for her emergency. And when they revealed that, or when she revealed that she had actually faked it, they arrested her.
Dang, girl. What are you doing?
Being dumb.
Trying to get a bigger seat?
Yeah. I have a breathing problem.
Oh, my God.
Pilot hears it and thinks she's dying and tries to do something favorable for her. So, you know, one thing that I learned, and my daughter learned the hard way, was she couldn't believe it when they were taking all of her great toiletries that she decided to bring as carry-on items through TSA the other day.
Oh, no.
A lot of them filled all the way to the top, yes.
She had lotions, shampoos.
Yes.
Okay, so let me get this right. You cannot bring it in with you, so what you want to do is buy it when you get through security, and then you're good to go.
Right.
Okay.
Or take it and put it in a checked bag.
Oh, that sounds like such a... No, I one bag I like to carry now. One book bag. That's how I travel.
I could never. I mean, never. Just my shoes alone.
Right.
Won't fit in your book bag. I promise you.
How many suitcases did you have when you went to this last week?
I had one big duffel bag with my clothes, and then I had a backpack that was my carry-on. So I took my toiletries and I packed those in the big duffel bag that was checked, so that was there. And then I took the the stuff that I might need on the flight is in my backpack. That's how I travel.
It's interesting to hear you guys talk. I'm learning a lot.
We'll keep talking.
Next time you travel, though, you need a buddy. You do.
I do.
mean,
I do.
you're just better with a buddy.
I didn't like I was alone for 48 hours in New Jersey. That was miserable.
I know. I talked to you. It sounded like you were having a mental breakdown.
I was a broken man.
You're like, this is bad.
All right, let's not overdo it. Because then again, I'm not going to ever go to you again for any kind of help. If you're going to get on the air and make me feel worse.
No, you were left alone. I can get it. New Jersey's a foreign land.
Well, my daughter was convinced that the woman who took her toiletries was just going to take them and use them or sell them. So is this ever happening? Does TSA actually do this? Where do these things go? I actually have the answer for you coming up.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
My daughter actually brought up a good point. She was disgusted that as she went through TSA that all of her new toiletries she had just got before the trip were confiscated. And the interesting thing was, as we were going there, she actually had them. And I was like, well, they're gone. And then somebody's like, oh, I can test them right here. And then they just did a quick little thing. Like, oh, they're fine. Let them go through. So my daughter thought everything's going to be okay. But on the way back, the girl was like, no, I can't let these go through. And she's like, you can't test them? She's like, well, I got to go upstairs. And, you know, my wife, like, no, we're just going to go because we got to get going, got the flight, all that kind of stuff. So they're just gone. We're not waiting for you to, lollygag upstairs and run a test and all that kind of stuff. So gone. And she's like, I know she's going to sell them or she's going to take them home. And
yes, because they can't wait to use your half-used lotion.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, well, first of all, I think that's disgusting. But would that be a thing where you're like going, if it's like something like going, this is some great stuff because it was almost all the way full, each one of them. Like she had just got them before the trip.
When TSA first started doing this many moons ago, I didn't know about the rule, and I was going through TSA with bags of wrapped gifts that were lotions from L'Occitane. I mean, nice, expensive stuff. Going through, and they took every single one of them.
Wow.
These were gifts. They were wrapped.
Yeah, they don't care, huh?
They don't care.
Okay. So what exactly does happen to the stuff? But I thought this was kind of interesting because maybe this is kind of an answer. Now, I don't know if this is all of your toiletries that they confiscate because a lot of them they probably do just chuck because, I wouldn't want it. But if you saw something that was an expensive lotion or something like that that's confiscated, what happens to that? They say after 90 days at most airports, if no claim form has been submitted and the airline has been unable to locate the owner, the contents of whatever luggage has been left behind are either donated to charity, sold at auction through the airline, or more often or not, sold in bulk to the Unclaimed Baggage Center. Now, I don't know if your toiletries, if they're very nice, would go there as well. If like gifts like Virginia's brought expensive stuff through, would wind up at the Unclaimed Baggage Center. But if it does, you might actually wind up getting some good deals. You could go buy Virginia's lotions at a knockoff price.
No one wants that old lady grandma lotion.
Old ladies do.
You're right.
The Unclaimed Baggage Center is in Scottsboro, Alabama, and it receives more than 7,000 new items a day. And they say some of the more memorable oddities they've received: a live rattlesnake, a shrunken head, a full suit of armor, and a $60,000 platinum Rolex.
Wow.
So imagine if you can see that item. It's almost like one of those kind of like, what do they do, those police auctions?
Yeah, or when they open up a storage container and you pay for it before they open it, and you're like, I wonder what's in it. It's a crapshoot. You don't know what you're going to get, but if you get a Rolex, that's a pretty sweet deal.
That's amazing. I assume they're probably not going to charge you $60,000 for it. You imagine if you get that?
No, you pay for the luggage before you get it opened.
I'm saying at the Unclaimed Baggage Center, this particular Rolex that they're talking about that was turned in, I assume they probably didn't slap a $60,000 price tag on it.
No, it was in luggage that somebody bought before they opened it.
And that's how they do it with everything?
That's how they sell it. They sell it unopened. They sell unclaimed baggage, and they sell it like that.
So they would never pull the Rolex out and say, hey, who wants to buy a Rolex? You would just look at a bag and buy it like that way? That's how they do it?
If I worked there, I'd be going through every bag, but that's just me.
Does this seem like Virginia Syndicate made up stats?
I don't know.
Well, what they're saying is somebody bought luggage, and in it was one had a rattlesnake in it, one had a Rolex in it, so you never know what you're going to get.
Well, I think they're saying that's what was turned in, specific items. I don't know if they were like, in somebody's suitcase or something like that.
So I think Kevin's still...
I don't know.
He wants to argue with you, but he doesn't
I think it's like that show Storage Wars. I think you buy
Really?
the luggage, or you buy the storage unit before they open it, and then when you get what you get.
I get nothing but grandma's underwear.
But you could get cool stuff. It's worth a gamble.
And some people would be very thrilled to get grandma's underwear.
You're right, they would.
Not me. I know Virginia's I'm just saying. There's something for everybody out there, Virginia.
Wow, that's how it works. Yeah, they don't necessarily say how the buying system goes down. I just thought if anybody wanted to look into that, it might be something. If you love kind of rooting around for bargains, Unclaimed Baggage Center.
If you're going to be driving through Alabama anyway, make a stop there, buy a few pieces of luggage, and take a chance. It's like a lottery.
Well, I wonder why they wouldn't do it online. If they're getting all this stuff.
Maybe they do.
Yeah.
That's why.
But then you got to pick it up in person. They're probably not going to ship it.
That's why I'm surprised you don't like things like the dump, where you can go and look for little treasures.
No, the dump is gross. That's garbage.
Well, you can find some great stuff at the dump, and me and Denny's go all the time.
It smells.
It's actually great fun.
But it smells.
Yeah, but such is life.
I'm prissy.
You are. My gosh. Don't take. They got no dumps in DeQuesta?
No, we don't.
I'm on their website right now, and by the way, they were the Alabama Retailer of the Year.
Okay.
Award-winning.
Very impressive.
And it says, we are the only store in America that buys and sells unclaimed baggage from airlines. Come and see why we're one of Alabama's top shopping and tourist attractions, hosting nearly 1 million visitors each year with thousands of items arriving in our store every day. You never know what you'll find. Okay, so that's, I guess, a big part of it.
So they sell the items individually, not the whole bag?
I believe so, yeah. That's what it looks like, because they have like a section here for, like I was saying, here's a basket with, you can see, it's like probably my daughter's stuff, actually. Some lotions and oils and basically everything looks like what I just found it for you, Caitlin. Here it is. It's on the Unclaimed Baggage store.
Can you go back on there and buy it for her for Christmas?
It'd be lovely, right? Here's like a pair of nice-looking LeBron James tennis shoes.
0.5% of all checked bags go unclaimed after flights. 0.5%.
Okay, so if
That's
they're just
a lot of bags.
So what happens? Are they either drunk or there's an emergency?
Well, think about it. I mean, maybe you died
I was just thinking that.
while you were traveling. And if no one knew to come and claim your bag?
How many people are dying while they're traveling that are not getting unclaimed bags?
And their family doesn't think to get their bag.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds like
Or maybe you got drunk on your flight.
That's
and
more
you
likely.
forgot to get your bag from baggage claim.
I could see that happening to a few people in this room. Oh, and I think I noticed on Twitter, didn't you leave a couple things back at the airport?
Yeah.
You left your credit card?
I had a credit card that I couldn't find. It eventually made its way back to me, but yeah, I had drama with my credit card and my license.
She's turning to Jaybird over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it started in 1970 with this guy. He had the idea, borrowed pickup truck and $300 loan to pick up his first load of unclaimed baggage, and they just started selling the contents on cardboard, on card tables in an old rented house, and that was his first store. So apparently he got wind that there was some unclaimed baggage, and that, after a while, they're like, man, you're going to throw it away or somebody can come take it. So he was getting it and finding the items and basically did a yard sale mentality with it. So now his son is running the store.
Oh my gosh, this store has a massive inventory. Sporting goods, electronics, cameras, jewelry.
It doesn't feel right to me. This is all people's stuff. They're probably like, where's my purse? Oh, I should never have gotten so hammered in Toledo.
That might be, that might be part of it. Honestly, people drinking on planes and then they miss their bags and then they can't figure it out. And
I've definitely left stuff
or
on
they're
there.
embarrassed.
Absolutely.
What if you get kicked off your flight because you were drunk? You're not going back there to go claim your bag. You're embarrassed.
Or maybe you have stuff in there like, you know what? I've got that blouse. I've got that makeup in there. It's not worth it. I'll just leave it.
Maybe. Interesting stuff, yeah. So there you go. Ginger called in for Port St. Lucie. They have a Goodwill store you can go in for unclaimed luggage. So apparently some Goodwill stores are capitalizing. You don't have to go necessarily to Alabama.
Not all Goodwill stores are created equal, my friend. Trust me, I've done the circuit. Get a lot of my clothes from there.
Somebody just texted into us and said, yeah, I've been there. Really cool.
Huh.
So.
Really is. It's almost like they should call it broken dreams. It's everyone's stuff that they're never going to get again.
You're taking the stuff of the drunk and the dead.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Somebody else texted and said, yeah, I've been to the Unclaimed Baggage Center. They sell items individually, everything from iPads to wedding dresses.
Oh, the wedding dress. You know, there's a painful story there.
That's sad.
Left at the altar, or maybe doesn't want to meet the groom.
Yeah. Somebody said LeBron James tennis shoes. Yeah, do you remember when did they ever call them tennis shoes down here?
They did, yeah. They call tennis shoes, regular shoes, tennis shoes.
What do you call them now? They're not tennis shoes.
Basketball shoes, athletic gear.
I don't know. Yeah, what is the word? I don't know, because I still call it tennis shoes. Somebody's like calling me out. Tennis shoes, what?
Well, the same thing with soda and pop. People would call Coke pop and soda and all that kind of, those regional debates.
Okay. Well, there you go. Fascinating stuff. Apparently, I massively used the wrong term for sports shoes. Called them tennis shoes a second ago. That's predominantly where I grew up, in the era I grew up, that's what we called them, was tennis shoes. Somebody said, no, dummy, it's sneakers.
Oh, yeah, sneakers is another one. That's a good one.
Somebody else said, no, it's basketball shoes. And then someone else said, no, dummy, it's kicks.
No, kicks. Kicks? What, 1960s? No.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that a regionalism, or is that just of the era? Am I showing my age, or that I'm from Ohio?
Kicks was, my mom used to say that. Kicks instead of my older brother, but I think that's an older thing. But again, what do I know?
Kicks is older?
I think Kicks is older.
I thought Kicks was younger.
No, man, my mom used to say that all the time.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Damn, your mom was a hipster?
She was a hipster.
Okay. Well, I got a quick little Twitter poll up there to settle it. What do you call these shoes? Is it tennis, sneakers, basketball, or kicks? So right now, 67% of the people are saying that sneakers.
Sneakers
is the number one option for that. So you can go and let us know. Boy, I tell you, we have got a killer here in South Florida. In fact, it's number one in the nation. And there's one city here in South Florida that is the second least safest city in all of America. You might want to know before you decide to go there. We're living in a dangerous place, my friends. I'll tell you exactly what you need to avoid next.
Do you need more KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at kvjshow.com. You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
There is one city in South Florida that you might want to watch out for. It was just rated as the second least safest city in all of America.
Lake Park?
Not Lake Park.
All right.
You're safe. You're good.
It's hard.
They use different factors, including terrorist attacks, mass shootings, murders, traffic deaths, natural disaster risk, identity theft, and job security. Those are the 41 different factors, or some of them, that was used by Wallet Hub when they ranked the 182 biggest cities in the U.S. from safest to least safe.
I think I know what it is.
What do you think?
Only talking about Tampa.
Tampa, no, South Florida.
Let me do this again.
You got something in your ears?
I am wearing this.
Yes.
Can I do another bird?
Yes.
Only talking Miami.
Talking Miami. It's an interesting guess. A couple of things I said there may give you a context clue. What do you think, Virginia? Because you wouldn't expect it. Because I know a lot of people, oh, it's Hialeah, it's Riviera Beach. It's, you're saying some of the standards you might think, but it's not those. I said a couple things to start off with.
Could you say those things again?
Obviously, wasn't listening.
All right, take it easy. You wearing your grape Kool-Aid shirt.
Take off your skull cap. You're back from New Jersey.
I don't think I am. I think I'm still there.
Terrorist attacks, mass shootings, murders, traffic deaths.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say Orlando.
Well, you have the Stoneman Douglas, and then you have the airport.
Yes, you do.
Those had to hurt.
I think, that did not help.
No.
You're right.
When I read that, I'm like, well, what? Fort Lauderdale? They're crazy. And I read, terrorist attacks, mass shootings. Okay.
Every time I'm in the Fort Lauderdale airport at that baggage claim, I think about what it must have been like for those poor people just standing there trying to get their bags. I mean, it's horrific.
Yeah, the horror of that moment would be like, okay, where do I go? This is
Horrible.
crazy. Yeah, and I know I was loaded down like a pack mule with baggage.
Have fun running with a duffel bag and a backpack.
I wasn't close to mobile.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten very far. So it's just crazy. St. Louis actually is the least safest city in the country for some of the other factors. But, maybe they need to, maybe part of the Stat here was the Brightline, too. I just saw this. The Brightline has the highest death rate in the U.S. of trains.
Is that because they keep hitting people?
Yeah, well, that's not helping. Yeah.
But there's not other murders on that, right? It's
On
just,
the Brightline?
Yeah, it's just basically...
It's not the Orient Express.
I'm just making sure. I don't know. Kevin's got a lot of crazy stats over there.
Yeah, they really upped the ante when they did that Halloween-themed Brightline.
Don't even get me started about Trick or Treat on the Brightline.
Yes.
Okay, we
That's
won't.
what did it, no. It's what's happening outside the train, not inside of it. Yeah, deadliest train in America, apparently. Now, the Brightline right now is running about 17 trains each way daily between Miami and West Palm. They're going to be expanding, so they hope to kill more by 2022 when they go to Orlando. They say first death July 2017, and since then, 40 more have been killed.
Wow.
That's a rate of more than one a month, and about one for every 29,000 miles the trains have traveled. That is the worst per-mile death rate of the nation's 821 different railroads. So number one out of 821 is the Brightline.
So Florida, baby, look.
I read that like, just in time for travel and tourism season.
I mean, that is a beast of a train with a kill count.
So that's technically a train?
A lot of that sounds like it is.
What, the Brightline?
Yeah, the Brightline's technically a train.
It seems to match all the
It's on the
qualifications.
tracks.
Well, I mean, would you?
It's got a conductor.
What's the other thing? The one that was before the Brightline? What's that one called? The one you used to get crazy on.
Tri-rail?
The Tri-rail.
That's a train too, Pumpkin.
Don't call me Pumpkin, first of all. I'm sorry that I grew up in a time where I thought trains were
You grew up at
choo-choo.
the same time as me.
Choo-choo trains. A guy had a little conductor hat on. There's a caboose.
Still,
There's passenger trains and cargo trains.
I just can't with her, Kevin. I can't have a serious conversation.
Yeah, I think if it's on a rail.
Oh, I can't with you either.
Well, I'm just trying to. I hate to mansplain trains to you. That's the last thing I want to do, but I feel like it might be necessary.
You need to go home and read up on Thomas.
I hate when you guys make fun of me. I'm thinking, oh, you guys are crazy.
Some trains talk.
I look down in the chat room's giving me the business too.
Well, apparently it's not just the trains either. It's the cruise ships. Sexual assaults were up 67% this summer.
I saw that.
Gosh.
We know somebody who was assaulted on a cruise ship, our old intern Annabelle. Back in the days when she didn't drink, somebody slipped her something in the cruise ship bar into her Red Bull, and she passed out, and it was disastrous. Awful, awful.
Yeah, they say 35 sexual assaults, 2 disappearances, and 5 thefts of 10,000 plus, reported the FBI over the summer. And they say that is a jack in the rates. Went way up. So
Wow, that's terrible.
It really is. So I'd say
I'm going to stay on the land.
I'm trying to find a mode of transportation that is trains, no, boats, no. Okay.
I'm going to take that train.
How do we get around here? You may like the concept. You may like other actors or actresses in it. But then you see one name, you're like going, okay, not doing it. I'm out. What actor ruins a show or a movie for you? It just seems like, and maybe you even try it again because, oh, it just looks so good. And then this one actress shows their face. You're like, oh, gosh, they ruined it again.
Mario Lopez just got a new gig. He's on one of the shows I used to love, Access Hollywood.
But he's not acting, though. He's doing all the microphone work.
Yeah, but he's always trying to make his dimples pop at the end of every sentence. We see you, Mario.
I'll tell you who is it for me? Lena Dunham. As soon as I see her come on screen, I'm like, I don't even want to watch it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are annoyed, and I don't know if it's like sometimes there are stances that, you know, these actors or actresses are making outside of their pictures that people bring the hate into.
It is. It's hard sometimes, when, especially with acting, I think. Music's a little bit different because someone can have a personality and you can shut that off and just listen to the music. But when you've got someone that's always on the circuit doing interviews and they're also writing the content that they believe in and that it bleeds into both ways, it can be annoying.
Yeah, Jenny McCarthy, I know, is one of those people that because of her anti-vaxxer stances, like some people are like, I just can't stand anything she does now.
Yeah.
Somebody said the same thing about Rob Schneider.
I think
there seem to be other reasons why maybe you wouldn't
watch his movies.
Yes.
And we fully support anyone who hates him. Please make it known on Twitter.
I don't know what it is, but just about every Kevin Hart movie, I'm like, I don't like it. And I like Jumanji with him.
Yeah,
I thought that was good, but everything else, I have a tough time.
I've really liked Kevin Hart, but it's I guess it feels repetitive in a sense. I'm not as excited, I notice, when I see Kevin Hart's in a movie.
Yes.
And I think that's the reason why. Maybe most actors, you get burnt out. Tom Hanks is maybe the only one where I'm like, oh, Tom Hanks, great. I'll go see Tom Hanks.
You got to see him in that new movie. That Mr. Rogers movie's awesome.
It is, okay.
What about Ben Stiller?
I still like him, but he's kind of on the same lines where a lot of it's the same act. And I wonder with Vince Vaughn, because Vince Vaughn kind of got away from it because I think he felt maybe that was happening. And I feel like almost that was a bad move because Vince Vaughn got serious or scary or something else. And I kind of miss the old Vince Vaughn from like the Wedding Crashers and Old School. He doesn't do it anymore.
He did a prison movie and he's really good in it. And he's not like Wedding Crasher Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
It's dark and gritty Vince Vaughn. Very good.
He broke it. I don't really care for Vince Vaughn anymore.
Whoopsie.
I don't know what the right answer is. You just can't please me. There was one actor that people are just blowing up our texting about that they say ruins every movie they're in. I won't even watch a movie with them. Who do you think it is?
It's a dude?
Who do you think's number one? Yeah, I'm giving you a little bit of a hint. Who do you think it is? And it's far and away. They're running away with it. When you say what actor ruins a show or a movie for you, this is what we're getting the most texts about right now.
And they're in a lot of them.
A lot of movies, yes. What do you think?
Tom Cruise.
Virginia, yep, you got it.
Get out of
She's
here.
on it.
Get out of here. Whatever. Well, you can say whatever you want about Tom Cruise. He makes great
We're
movies.
getting tons of texts. Tom Cruise, I will not watch any movie with him in it. I don't know, but I can't stand Tom Cruise movies, and I'll put Nicolas Cage in there too.
Well, Nicolas Cage, I don't think he knows how to say no. He does so many movies that you never even know he's involved in. I was just looking at his little movie thing. He's doing stuff. He's got 3 movies coming out. He had like 4 movies last year. And
He works.
You haven't heard of one of them.
A lot of people were saying the Kevin Hart, like you had said, some of the other answers that are going on here. John Travolta, past 2000.
Yeah, I can see that.
We get it.
They say, as soon as I see him, I know I'm in for a mediocre performance at best.
Oh.
Do you feel that way about Tom Cruise, by the way?
No, but I feel like I know what I'm going to get. And, you know, some of his movies, and I watched the most recent Mission Impossible. I'm like, it's good. And, you know, his strategy right now is he's filming all these Mission Impossibles so that he can still stay in the role, and they're going to be coming out for the next 10 years. So you'll see him promoting a movie, and then you'll see the movie and be like, my gosh, he looks 10 years younger. Well, that's going to be the case.
Because he really was 10 years younger when he shot it.
Right.
I don't know. I've just had my fill of Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's just a lot of this. It's a lot of the same.
I'm hungry for something different.
Do you know who I always thought was so overrated? And I'll watch a movie with her in it, and I'm like, does nothing for me. Angelina Jolie.
Oh, I love her.
I get that you love her, and I think you like the essence of her.
I do.
But her in movies, I don't necessarily love.
She's mysterious and beautiful and dark and twisted, and I just, everything I want to be.
Somebody text in Anne Hathaway post Princess Diaries. Do you agree? What actor ruins a show or movie for you?
I don't want to pick on Anne Hathaway. I like her.
She gets picked on a lot.
She gets picked on too much, and I don't understand it because the girl good.
I thought she was good in the Batman movie. I was fine with her in that. She looked great. She looked great in that catsuit.
For whatever reason, she rubs a percentage of the people the wrong way.
She gets it. She gets a lot of hate.
Okay. Somebody else said Kristen Stewart. Can't stand her. Horrible actress.
I don't want to be so mean, but my gosh. Yeah, I mean, Charlie's Angels? You're putting her in there for Charlie's Angels?
Did anybody see that?
Apparently no.
No.
When I was in Texas, my mom wanted to go see it, and I had to talk her into Mr. Rogers. I'm so happy that she finally gave in, and we saw Mr. Rogers instead of Charlie's Angels.
Even when she's trying to be over the top funny, or a different note than Bella from Vampire
Twilight.
It comes off a little forced, a little bit.
Yeah.
With Kristen Stewart, I don't know. What do I know?
These are just what people are saying, and there's a lot of repeat votes for pretty much everybody we're mentioning. We're talking about what actor ruins a show or a movie for you. Katherine Heigl, she's the worst and awful. Couple for her.
Yeah, people don't like her.
And I think, again, some of it was what happened off screen.
I think she showed her true colors and she thought, I have all this power. I'm going to be sassy and tell everybody what I think and not play the game. And they were like, all right, well, then you're not going to be doing movies. Now she's doing cat commercials.
I like this answer. Jay Bird from the KVJ Show. Ruins the show.
Oh.
That's not
This is
nice.
an actor. Yeah, it's actor.
I know. This is,
he's not acting.
He's made a few movies.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Virginia. It's Steven Cheeseburg.
He directs and stars in them.
Somebody said Beyonce. Hollywood is determined to make her a leading lady, but her acting is just awful. She's been in a few. Ruby Rose makes me want to shoot myself. She was in John Wick 2, and I hated it. Yeah, I don't know that I loved her, and it just didn't seem realistic. I didn't necessarily love her in the John Wick movie, too.
I don't think I know who that is.
She was on Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
You're going to start seeing her a lot because she is now in the whole, like, Batman series.
Okay.
It's going to be going on in the movies. Somebody else said Dennis Leary. I can't stand him. He ruins any movie he's in. I think it's the smugness.
He's very intense, and he does play the same guy. He talks like that really fast. Come on.
They said I tried that Fireman series he's in, but I couldn't get past him. He ruined it for me. So there you go. All right, anything else to add to the mix? What actor ruins a show or movie for you? 877-979-WRMF.
Look at you listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
I ran into our winner yesterday in the elevator, and it is a massive stack of scratch-offs that you get. I didn't realize how many were in this pack.
Nice.
It's pretty big.
I love it.
Yeah, he had a great strategy, too. He was going to take half the pack and use them as stocking stuffers.
Love it.
Which I thought that was really smart. So he's got, so many, especially those smaller, like you just want to give somebody a thoughtful gift for Christmas, but you're not necessarily wanting to go out and spend money. Like, scratch-off tickets are a perfect gift for the holidays.
Totally, because everybody loves, oh my gosh, scratching it off, seeing if you're going to win.
Yes.
It's fun.
Who doesn't love a game?
It's fun.
That's exactly what it was all about. And then the other ones he's going to give to his kids and let them scratch it off. He said it'll keep them busy for hours. I'm like, you're right. That's smart. And then on top of it, if you're going to win a good bit of money. So let's make somebody else happy. It's a great strategy on what you can do with this. I have got a book of Florida lottery scratch-off tickets worth $300.
Okay, and you saw the book.
Yeah, it's thick.
It's a significant book.
It is a significant book. And like I said, you might want to find children to help you scratch off because you might get carpal tunnel by the time you're done with it. There's a lot to scratch off.
But make sure those kids aren't sticky-fingered children that steal your card if it's a winner.
That's true, yeah. Packed with prizes from $10,000 to $5 million.
Wow.
Yeah, I just said, the one thing you got to do is you got to make sure that you contact us and let us know, how much money you wound up winning.
Yes.
From the whole packet.
If you win like over $100, I think you have to do like a whole post and tell everybody. That's awesome.
If I won 10 mil, if I cleared 10 mil, I'd break you off at least 1 point something.
I appreciate it. I do the same for you.
Okay, deal?
Deal.
10 million or more, we all at least give each other $1 million a piece.
I cut you in if I win $5 million.
I'm definitely cutting y'all in if I won $5 million.
Okay.
We would have the best studio. We'd have the best of everything. Our equipment would work.
Just please tell me we wouldn't have the best chocolate lake you've been talking about.
We wouldn't. We'd have the best chocolate river, my friend.
Yes.
River. Yes.
You want to keep that thing moving, Virginia.
Oh, yeah. I would hire.
Chocolate milk, is that what it is, or just pure chocolate?
I would let the scientists figure that out. Let's see what's going to be best for the river.
Hey, you guys, stop working on a cure for cancer and help Jay Bird with his chocolate river.
Oh, my bad. I'm just trying to, promote happiness and love.
Yeah.
There'd be so many ants.
No, there really wouldn't be, because you would pay to have all that taken care of.
Okay.
I've really thought about this. No, if I ever get millions and millions of dollars, I'm getting a chocolate river.
Chocolate river. All right, caller number 9. We'll give you those tickets, 877-979-9763 right now. Do you like French fries? We got any French fry fans in here?
Kevin. Know that I love French fries. And I know what you're about to tell me. This article breaks my heart.
What?
French fry shortage. Apparently, the weather was unseasonably cold and wet in a lot of the places where we grow the potatoes, and that means fewer spuds and a shortage in French fries, which will result in higher prices.
Whoa.
And I'm going to pay them. Because I love me some fries. I will. That's one of those things I'll pay for.
I think it's always fascinating because, for me, it's been interesting to watch since I was a child to see what's happened with cigarettes. Where I think once upon a time it was like $1.25 or something like that. If I go all the way back to my first recollection of cigarettes and prices, I think it was maybe around there, $1.25, $1.50.
Yeah, feels right.
And you used to be able to just buy it out on a machine, like no one would ask you any questions.
You're right. You could smoke in the car with your kids. No one cared.
Unsettling and weird, yeah.
Why were we so stupid?
I think they have one at the Brews Room in Coral Springs. I was like, well, wow, they've got cigarette machines, huh? So, yeah, I guess they're still even around. But, I mean, the price of a pack of cigarettes right now is like $5 or $7 or something like that.
It's a lot of money. Yeah, I hear Siggy people complain about it.
So I guess you got to ask yourself, for a lot of these things, where would I stop paying the price for it? And people with cigarettes are like, okay, you haven't outpriced me yet. I'd still do it. You probably have your own little thing where maybe it's beer. Where do you start bulking it like a beer price? You go out to the amphitheater and you're paying $15 for a craft beer, and I'm like, okay, all right.
There's certain pizzas out here that I would pay if they raised the price to $30 a pie. I'd probably still end up getting that pie. I like it that I'm that much of a fiend.
I'm gonna tell Camille's.
I think I'd end up buying it. I would. I wouldn't be happy about it.
They need to have a special price list when they see you parking.
The $30 pizza.
Would you go 50?
If I was drunk enough, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
So, yeah.
What's your favorite French fry?
Oh, Kevin, I mean, you really put me on the spot here.
Just think of one of your favorites in your mind, and I'm going to say that French fry now costs you $7. Are you going to pay $7?
Is it a large?
Yeah.
I pay $7.
Would you pay 10?
That's a lot.
10?
I mean, Kevin, that's like quadruple the price of what it is now.
I know. That's just why I want to see where he is.
So,
not to say that
it won't go up that high.
I don't want to alarm people, and I'm just curious. Like cigarettes, people probably back in 1988 paying $1.50 a pack were like, you're never gonna go that high.
You want to hit me where it hurts? Do that game with pizza, and then I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna pay to play. I'll pay.
But the story's about French fries and potatoes.
Don't yell at me.
Yeah, so I don't know how high it's going to go, but you'll probably see a little tick up in the French fries. McDonald's is now getting into the fried chicken sandwich wars, too.
Haven't they already had a chicken sandwich, though?
No, but they're doing theirs, just ripping off the Popeyes. They're going in with a chicken filet topped with butter and crinkle-cut pickles on a potato roll. So they're changing up how they do it to try to get right in that market.
I stand with the witch on this one. McDonald's, stay out of the chicken game. You're the burger place. Do innovative stuff with the burger. Let's go back old school. You did such a great job 2 weeks ago going retro.
Bring Grimace back.
Bring Grimace back.
Bring back the Hamburglar.
We know it promotes stealing people's stuff, but we get it. It's cool.
We love it. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Come on, Hamburglar, teach the kid, don't steal.
Hamburglar was awesome.
I love Hamburglar.
He always got busted.
That's the moral of the story.
He did.
He just loved hamburgers.
Mayor McCheese would take him down.
Preach it.
Well, they still got the power. McDonald's is still the third biggest fast food chain in the U.S.
I'm not shocked.
Do you know the two that are bigger?
Subway.
Okay. Yes, Subway's number one. Biggest fast food chain in the U.S., 24,798 locations. McDonald's is third. What's number two?
Do we have it here around us?
Yeah, we do. Everywhere.
Oh, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's a good guess. It is incorrect.
Oh, Virginia's beating me at the fast food game?
I am beating you at the fast food game.
Virginia, let's see if you can close the door here.
Oh, look at the beads of sweat forming on his brow.
What do you think? Biggest fast food chain locations. Think about Subway. They count that as a big fast food chain.
Take a dive.
What else could it be? What do you think, Virginia?
Take a dive.
What is it?
Show me Wendy's.
I'm going to go with Wendy's. No, that is not it.
Not Wendy's.
What has a lot of locations?
Is it one that I can't say because it's a chicken place?
No.
Okay.
You can say it. Go ahead. You just can't because you can't think of it.
Right.
I'll tell you, Dunkin' Donuts, Dunkin' is number 4.
Okay. Can you, is it a pizza place?
I can't tell you that. Pizza Hut's number 5.
Okay, Bird.
Yeah.
Only talking Domino's.
Domino's is not it. Virginia, your final chance to take the win here. What is number 2 on the list of the biggest fast food chain in America?
Burger King?
No.
Burger King is not it. No.
Don't tell me that, baby.
Yeah. Well, the show's about ready to end. It's Starbucks.
Oh, get out of here. This trickery.
Starbucks.
Starbucks
doesn't count.
They don't have no French fries.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
They got the weak ass snacks at Starbucks.
Esmeralda's on here from Stewart. Hello, Esmeralda.
Good morning.
Good morning. We want to hook you up with some scratch-off tickets, okay?
I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I love you guys.
What do you think you're going to do with them? It's a pretty big stack. It is a whole bunch of them, $300 worth of Florida Lotto scratch-off tickets.
I'm going to split them up, half for myself and half for gifts. This is going to be a tight Christmas.
There you go.
I love it.
Brilliant.
And
Very nice.
Do you not have to tell nobody that you won these tickets on the radio? You just give them to them, and they're like, wow, she's so generous.
Well, the beautiful thing about this, you do half of them for gifts, and then the other half you could scratch, and if you win some money, then there's your Christmas money right there.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, you guys are the best. I'm hoping that happens.
Okay.
I know it will.
All right. Yeah, I've got faith, too, so there you go. Well, coming up here in just a minute, some more positivity we're going to throw at you. Jaybird has got your thought of the day to wrap up the KVJ show coming up next. Well, No Shave November is over, and, you know, every single year I participate, and I go out to the iBar at the PGA National Resort and Spa. We go out there, and we've raised a whole bunch of really good money through the course of the month, and so I'll be out there at the iBar tonight. 5:30, we do a live shave-off, so all these gentlemen have grown their beards, and they've collected some money.
Nice.
Yes, which is some really good stuff that's going to be going on out there. It's like my 3rd year out there doing it.
Oh, you need to bring us back some of those pretzel dipper bites from the iBar.
Oh, you know, that was the first thing I just thought of. I'm like, this
Oh, keto.
dang
Yeah,
keto
you
thing.
can't eat them. Me and Jaybird will.
Yeah.
We are not on the keto.
Golly. Wow. Yeah, this is the 5th annual No Shave November with the Cancer Alliance of Help and Hope. If you would still like to donate, the money is staying in South Florida, too. That's the good thing. It's for male cancers. It's CAHH.org. You can go and check that out. Yes. Why are you saying no?
Oh, sorry. I
No, don't donate.
No, I'm so sorry.
To male cancers? I mean,
didn't
you're
mean-
kind of a jerk.
I didn't mean to say that. No,
Right? Kevin said, go on and donate. You go, no.
No, I accidentally hit my thought of the day. I X'd out of it as he was. I didn't mean to say that. Obviously, I want you to donate.
Obviously, you want to stop all male cancers. I mean, you're a male.
Of course.
You have a vested interest in
Yes.
Kevin's whole platform.
Yes.
I get that it's tough to do a show with me. I'm sorry.
No.
100% of the proceeds benefit men diagnosed with cancer, and it provides financial assistance to cancer patients who reside in Palm Beach County and are undergoing treatment to help pay for the rent or mortgage, car payment, all those other things that pop up in life.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Cancer Alliance
Donate.
of Help and Hope, CAHH.org. I'll see you out there tonight. All right, Jay Bird, your thought? Yes?
You sure you want me to talk?
What you got for me, my man?
A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Oh, step out of that box. Yes, bro.
No.
No.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.